From Mbappe crying to Ronaldo's crazy gesture, these are the 25 times celebrations went too far. And first, the most controversial celebration of the 2019-2020 Premier League season. After scoring the winner for Leicester against Sheffield United, Jamie Vardy rushed to the corner flag and did this.
Oh, but Fleck's giving it away, and now Leicester City put it through the middle. Jamie Vardy one-on-one with the keeper, and he finishes, and just like that, Leicester City pounce, and Leicester City will take all 3 points away from Bramall Lane. It's a cruel one on Sheffield United, who battled away, but Jamie Vardy gets his chance.
Well, this wouldn't have made news on a normal day. What the flag was carrying triggered a meltdown on social media. But at number 24, Kylian Mbappe turned crying into one of the most iconic celebrations. The fierce rivalry between PSG and Marseille in France goes beyond just football. The fans, cities, and players dislike each other. So when the teams met in 2019, everyone expected a tough affair. However, PSG dominated their rivals. And when Mbappe scored to make it 3-0, he did this.
Et sur le banc ce soir, des problèmes de riches s'annoncent pour Thomas Tuchel. Le PSG va ensuite inscrire un 3e but à la 32e par l'intermédiaire de Kylian Mbappé, passe décisive de Di Maria.
But if you think that was cold, wait until you see a celebration straight out of a horror movie. After scoring to give Al Hilal the lead, Bafétimbi Gomez fell to the ground to perform his famous Panther celebration. As his teammates jumped on his back, the ball boy reacted like he had seen a ghost. While this must have been traumatic for the little boy, Gomez gave him his match-worn shirt as a goodwill gesture. But at number 22, a female footballer does a celebration you will love.
Nice.
After scoring a penalty against Angel City FC, Luau Labanta started limping, only to do this unexpectedly.
Labanta steps up and scores 1-1.
When asked why she twerked, she said,
I think one thing we've started to do on our team is celebrate goals. Female, we love that. We love celebrating each other, but I think we really want to start making it a little more fun and having individual celebrations. So that was sent to me on Twitter, and I said, bet, and thankful that I scored so I can get that out there. And my dad wasn't at this game, so that was great.
I'm sure the boys will love to see more of that. But at number 21, Jose Mourinho delivers one of the hardest lines in football history.
Not celebrations. Bad education.
When Mourinho led Manchester United to visit Chelsea, he must have expected a hero's welcome, having led the Blues to 3 Premier League titles. However, as the game progressed, the Chelsea fans kept harassing him, trying to evoke a response. But he remained cool. Chelsea then scored the opener. But 2 goals from Martial turned the game in Mourinho's favor.
Yes! The equaliser for Manchester United. Martial shot!
Then, with a few minutes left, Chelsea scored the equalizer.
The header off the post. The rebound surely.
But while the players celebrated wildly, a crazy fight broke out on the touchline.
Já para os instantes finais, nos acréscimos, o jogo foi até 51 minutos de jogo no segundo tempo. Mais uma vez, Davi Luiz, bola no poste. Ela volta, defesa milagrosa da De Gea. E ela fica para Barkley, o salvador da honra, para a equipe do Chelsea, para empatar a partida, deixar tudo igual. Rolou um clima no final. Provocação, Zé Mourinho.
When asked about the incident, he said,
Hello, Jose.
Hey.
If we start at the end, it was quite a practice. It looked like you were pretty upset with the celebrations of one of Sarri's assistants.
Yes, not celebrations. Bad education.
now that's just 5 out of the 25 craziest celebrations. Wait till you see what Suarez did at number 11. But before we get to that, prepare to be amazed by Messi's renowned humility. Ahead of the World Cup quarterfinal between the Netherlands and Argentina, the Dutch coach called Messi lazy in a press conference. Messi is the most dangerous, creative player. He can create a lot and score goals himself. But when they lose the ball, he doesn't participate much. This gives us chances. As expected, Messi wasn't happy with this statement and knew he needed to silence him. So, on match day, Messi scored the penalty that gave Argentina a 2-0 lead and did this in front of the coach. When the referee blew the whistle, Messi still went over to the bench to give him a piece of his mind.
Van Gaal saying we got an advantage in penalties. If we go to penalties, we win. I think he needs to keep his mouth shut.
But if you think what he did was bad, wait until you see Martinez's antics at the 2022 World Cup. You cannot argue that this save single-handedly handed the World Cup to Argentina. But while Martinez might be a very good goalkeeper, his best attribute is stirring fans up. Martinez was called to receive the Golden Glove for his performances at the tournament, but instead of lifting it like everyone else, he decided to do this towards the French players. This singular act made him one of the most hated men in France, setting up the perfect mood for what happens at number 18. Back at his club side, Aston Villa, Emi Martinez and his teammates battled hard against French side Lille in the quarterfinals of the Conference League. With no side finding a winner in normal time,
Here's Cash. Oh, he scored! Matty Cash!
the game went to penalty shootouts. Unfortunately for Martinez, the goalpost was right in front of the Lille fans, who still remembered his antics from the World Cup. So they kept booing him, hoping to put him off his game. But with the match coming to one last kick, Martinez blocked the shot and celebrated in front of the Lille fans.
Andre has to score and he hasn't! Emi Martinez foils France once again.
But as crazy as this is, it is nothing compared to what some Swedish players did at number 17. Having lost the first leg 2-0, Sweden needed a miracle to advance to the second leg of their Euro 2015 qualifier. As the game began, Sweden rushed to a 3-0 lead, and suddenly, that miracle looked like reality. But with 3 minutes left to play, France's Kurzawa scored an away goal, killing any hopes of a comeback. He then rushed to celebrate in the faces of the Swedish players with an aggressive salute. However, the scriptwriters were not done yet. Sweden scored their fourth goal, and the boys just had to pay Kurzawa back. feel bad for him. Bro deserved that one. Just like the celebration at number 16 deserves a spot on this list.
Kennedy på skottet. I mål! Vilket mål av Kennedy Bakessiano! Det är ett av årets vackraste mål. Och det är få som kan göra sådär.
After scoring a banger like that, Kennedy deserved every drop of beer he got from the fans.
What?
But if you think this is crazy, wait till you see what happens at number 15. Scoring penalties shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, you can ask CR7. But for whatever reason, these players turned it into a show. After a chip like that, he needed some fish to go with it. See what I did there? Well, these guys get an A for creativity. The guy at number 14 gets a knock for taking the piss.
What the hell?
After scoring a penalty against Everton, Sven Yida started limping. It looked like he had injured himself while taking the spot kick. However, he was just celebrating. What a weird guy. But if you think this is offensive, I raise you the guy at number 13. Scottish attacker Chris Maguire stepped up to take the penalty for Oxford against Peterborough goalkeeper Ben Alnwick. As he was getting the ball ready, Alnwick moved up on his line and pointed to his right-hand side. Maguire hit the penalty to the goalkeeper's left, and his celebration completely violated the goalkeeper. But at number 12, karma struck after a goalkeeper mocked Haaland. In the Champions League match between Sevilla and Dortmund, Sevilla goalkeeper Yassine Bono was unhappy that Haaland had dived to win a penalty.
Fernando, if it was a merest of, but they had a long look at the penalty situation. It's a yellow card for Koundé.
So when the striker shot and missed, Bono celebrated in his face. Unfortunately for him, the referee asked Haaland to retake the penalty. This time, Haaland managed to squeeze the ball and repaid the favor. But at number 11, Luis Suarez performed one of the most disrespectful celebrations in history. Heading into the 2012 Merseyside Derby, Everton coach David Moyes accused Luis Suarez of diving in their previous game to get Jack Rodwell sent off. Unhappy about this accusation, Suarez entered the match with a score to settle. Just 14 minutes into the game, he opened the scoring for Liverpool, and what followed next instantly became iconic.
And he's pulled it across. Sterling went down, but it's fallen to Suarez anyway. And Luis Suarez strikes as Liverpool hit first in the Merseyside derby.
After the game, Moyes was asked about the celebration, and he said,
What did you make of the Luis Suarez celebration, Chris?
I thought it was great. I actually quite like that.
Fair play to him for seeing the funny side of things. But with that, we've made it to our top 10. From here on, we are taking the celebrations to an even crazier level. Starting with some players turning the field into a racetrack. MKS Cracovia plays a match against their reserve team every New Year's Day. This tradition has lasted almost a century. However, in the 2019 version of this friendly game, the players decided to spice things up a bit. After scoring the opening goal, the entire first team went out of the stadium, and when they re-emerged, they shocked fans with their celebration. What a cool way to entertain the fans. However, this isn't the only time players have celebrated like this. After scoring the winning goal against Deportivo, Antoine Griezmann shocked the fans by inviting his teammates to do this. But while this was all fun and games, the celebration at number 8 was about revenge. During his formative years as a footballer, Brentford signed Ollie Watkins from the lower leagues of English football, giving him a platform to shine. He repaid that faith by scoring many goals over the 3 years he played there. However, he eventually moved to Aston Villa, and for the most part, enjoyed a good relationship with his former club. So when he and his new team visited Brentford for a Premier League match, he expected a warm welcome. However, the Brentford fans kept hurling insults at him. With the game heading for a draw, Watkins scored to give Villa the lead and celebrated like this.
As they go for the win, little flick onto the far post and it's in. And Ollie Watkins scores against his former club. And Villa have the lead. And the goal-mouth celebrations didn't help calm things down. And Konza's in there.
But the guy at number 7 took Provocation to a whole new level. In their opening match of the 2024-2025 Premier League season, Leicester City came under massive pressure from a Tottenham team eager to start the season well. The pressure paid off as Spurs took the lead via Pedro Porro.
Son, James Maddison collects with options in the middle, and there's the flick, and there's the goal.
As the second half was about to begin, Leicester brought on their talisman, Vardy, to help turn things around. His presence on the field caused problems for Spurs as he kept running in behind the defense. Eventually, that pressure paid off as he scored to draw Leicester level in the match. While celebrating, the Spurs fans started booing Vardy. In response, he pointed to the Premier League badge to remind them that he had one winner's medal and they had 0.
Flashes across from away from Reed. Tawu. Vardy! Well, one chance, one goal for the legend of Leicester. They've been under the cop.
But even this is nothing compared to what Mourinho did at number 6.
Mourinho shakes hands with Max Allegri.
After winning the first leg of their group stage match against Man United, Juventus welcomed the Red Devils to their stadium, hoping to complete the double. That looked like the case when Cristiano Ronaldo fired Juventus into the lead.
Bonucci looking for Ronaldo's run. That's some ball! Oh, what about that? What about that from Cristiano Ronaldo? Brilliant ball from Leonardo Bonucci and his first Champions League.
However, a goal from Mata and an own goal late into the game ensured Man United completed the comeback.
Fellaini's attacking this one. It's gone all the way through and it's gone in.
So when the referee blew the final whistle, Jose Mourinho did this.
Celebrate. Jose Mourinho shakes hands with Max Allegri.
When asked why he cupped his ears, this was his response.
Preguntar si no le parece una falta de respeto ese gesto después del partido ante la Juventus.
¿Es usted española?
Sí.
Por eso no entiendes italiano.
Sí, lo entiendo perfectamente.
¿Entiendes?
Sí, sé muy.
Entonces sabes lo que me llamaron.
Okay, we can maybe now speak in English. No, le sto chiedendo.
No, I'm asking if for you it was an offence or not, so the kind of sign that you made. Well, you remember what they did to me, but this sign that I made is actually not an offence. So this is something, right, something more. I just wanted to hear them make comments.
But now that we're at our top 5, it's time to get your popcorn ready. Things are going to get more dramatic, starting with an old man playing football. In 2014, then Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho accused his player, Samuel Eto'o, of being older than 32.
Eto'o va de mieux en mieux, je dirais, quand même. Il est mieux qu'au début, en tout cas. Non?
32 ans, peut-être 35, je ne sais pas.
Then, as fate would have it, Samuel scored Chelsea's opener against Tottenham. So he celebrated like this to respond to what his coach said. But the celebration at number 4 is arguably the most iconic in Premier League history. After moving from Inter to Man City, Mario Balotelli was considered one of the world's most talented young players. However, his off-field antics drew a lot of attention. The media kept publishing stories about his fights with teammates and setting off fireworks in his bathroom, which turned him into their favorite bad boy character. Tired of the intense coverage around him, he decided to do something about it. So when he scored in the Manchester Derby, he celebrated like this.
Balotelli! The t-shirt says it all.
But at number 3, a celebration by Haaland gave birth to an unexpected rivalry. During a heated match between Man City and Arsenal, a red card at the end of the first half forced Arsenal to defend their lead. Despite all their efforts, John Stones scored a stoppage-time goal to equalize. During the celebrations, Haaland picked up the ball and hit Gabriel on the back of the head, and VAR didn't even check the incident. To further aggravate things, Haaland told Arsenal's coach to stay humble, a statement the players didn't like. So when it was time for the second leg of the game, Gabriel was on a mission. So when Arsenal scored the opening goal, he did this.
Given away, Havertz is in. Kai Havertz and Odegaard. Arsenal have an early goal, and it's the captain who scores.
We've seen that before.
Kanji messes up an off ball by Rice. Lewis Skelly took it in his stride well and shoots. What a goal! Oh, it's Lewis Skelly's first goal for Arsenal, and they lead 3-1. Oh my God, he's so deserving.
But while Arsenal had the last laugh in this one, there was nothing to smile about with what the next player did to them. In 2009, Emmanuel Adebayor left Arsenal to sign for Man City in controversial circumstances. The fans felt he betrayed the club for money, so when he and his City teammates visited the Arsenal stadium, the fans kept on hurling insults at the striker. The experience left a bitter taste in Adebayor's mouth, so when he rose highest to score a header against Arsenal in the second leg, he just had to give the fans a taste of their own medicine.
Good advantage played again by Mark Clattenburg. Sean Wright-Phillips, Adebayor! Well, that is the moment that he has dreamt about, and so too of Manchester City. An Emmanuel Adebayor goal against Arsenal. celebrate like never before.
However, he was handed a 2-match ban and a fine of 25,000 euros for his celebration.
I think it's quite disgraceful. I mean, running over to the away fans.
You got your goal, you continued your 100% scoring record. Did you lose your head a bit afterwards?
I could have not do what I have done, but you know, it's like the emotional take over me. The frustration is out of me. You know, I'm very sorry for doing what I have done. I have done a big mistake today, and I think tomorrow this thing will never happen anymore.
But at number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo took celebrations to an extreme level. The build-up to the match between Atletico Madrid and Juventus was personal because of one thing. Juventus was being led by Cristiano Ronaldo, a former Madrid player who had been a thorn in the side of Atleti. When Atleti took a 2-0 lead,
Through the crowd, now do happen. Put to the floor, Griezmann in it, got a flick. And it's turned in by Godin.
their coach got overexcited and celebrated like this.
Slammed in, and Atletico now do have their lead.
When asked why he did that, he claimed it was because his boys showed courage. On the other hand, Ronaldo and his teammates were planning revenge. Despite being down 2-0 from the first leg, they knew they had a chance because they had Ronaldo. 26 minutes into the second leg, Ronaldo scored an insane header to give Juve the lead, and suddenly, the comeback was on.
Doing what Ronaldo does.
2 minutes into the second half, he scored again to draw Juve level on aggregate.
Lifted in towards Ronaldo. What a save. And the referee's given it.
And then, in the 85th minute, he scored a penalty to complete the comeback.
And put Juve in front. Is it ever in doubt? The man of the moment, yet again, with another...
So when the referee blew the final whistle, Ronaldo just had to respond to the Atleti coach. But even this is nothing compared to Robertson slapping Messi, or Neymar causing a massive brawl. Click on the next video to see the most disrespectful moments in football.